The Church of England has consecrated its first female bishop during a ceremony at York Minster. The Reverend Libby Lane, 48, has been ordained as the new Bishop of Stockport in front of more than 1,000 people. The Church formally adopted legislation last November to allow women bishops, in a move which ended a centuries-old tradition of exclusively male bishops. The move continues to divide some Anglicans. The service was briefly delayed by an opponent of the changes. The opponent, a man, stepped forward shouting "Not in the Bible" after the Archbishop of York asked the church if the Reverend Lane should be ordained as a bishop. The second time Dr. John Sentamu asked the congregation, there was no opposition and the consecration, or the process of being made holy, took place. Mrs. Lane has been vicar of St. Peter's Hale and St. Elizabeth's Ashley, in Greater Manchester, since April 2007. The 2-hour service was led by Dr. Sentamu, during which he and other bishops laid their hands on Mrs. Lane and prayed. Mrs. Lane had said the consecration would be a very emotional moment. She said, "It is a remarkable thing that this happens to me, and people have been very supportive of me personally, but actually this is about a moment in the Church's history. It would be a very profound, remarkable moment for me then and for my future ministry," she said. Mrs. Lane said more than 100 bishops were traveling to York for the service. Her consecration comes more than 20 years after women became priests in the Church of England. Reverend Georgina Whatmar, friend, the eyes of the world will be on her. And it comes after the General Synod gave the final seal of approval to the legislation on women bishops following its passage through Parliament last year. After the change was approved, the Archbishop of Canterbury Justin Welby said that the Church was entering a completely new phase of our existence. But divisions still remain between Anglicans who feel the change is consistent with their faith and traditionalists who disagree. Opponents of women bishops include some Church of England evangelicals and Anglo-Catholics who believe Scripture requires male headship in the Church. A vicar from Blackburn used her service on Sunday to protest at changes being made to the ordination of the Bishop of Burnley next month, who will not have the laying of hands performed by Dr. Sentamu because the Reverend Philip North opposes women bishops. Dr. Sentamu said the arrangements were made for prayer, not politics. Gloucester, Oxford, and Newcastle are among the dioceses where new bishops will also soon be appointed, while interviews for the vacancy as bishop for the Southwell and Nottingham diocese took place at the start of December. Churches in Scotland and Wales already allow women as bishops, but have not appointed one yet. Outside the Church of England, there are over 20 women bishops in the wider Anglican Church, including the Reverend Pat Story, who was appointed Bishop of Meath and Kildare in the Church of Ireland in September 2013.